chick with hemorrhoids said something. Yes, I did. When I was in pain from hemorrhoids, I watched videos like this to help me figure out a solution to my problem. Also, videos like this help us remember that we are not alone. Remember, I am not your doctor, therefore, what I say in this video is not to be considered medical advice. Every product that I mention will be listed in the description box below, so let's get into it. First, what is a hemorrhoid? Hemorrhoids are swollen veins in the anus and lower rectum. They are also known as piles. Hemorrhoids can occur when there is extra pressure on the veins. They can be internal, located inside the anus, or external, located under the skin around the anus. What is a torn anal fissure? An anal fissure is a small tear in the lining of the anus. They are often caused by passing hard stool or persistent diarrhea. Anal fissures can cause severe pain and bleeding. During bowel movements, they can look like a fresh tear similar to a paper cut. Hemorrhoids and fissures can become painful, bleed, and even itch. I've dealt with hemorrhoids and fissures off and on before, but I recently had 2 of the worst flare-ups in my entire life. One flare-up was this past June and then again in August. What did I do when I had a flare-up in June? I started watching videos like this, of course. I educated myself on hemorrhoids and the cause of them. I read on Reddit that some people can benefit from using butt plugs to help dilate the anus. Apparently, the original purpose of butt plugs was for medical use. I didn't like that technique because my hemorrhoids are external, but I will link the thread in the description box for you. I stopped doing enemas. I used to do them when I was constipated, but I stopped because inserting the tube hurts and going to the restroom after you put the enema fluids in hurts as well. I used to take natural vitality magnesium, but I needed something stronger, so I switched to Miralax once or twice a day. You just mix it with your water and drink it. I use Kroger brand hemorrhoid cream. My doctor prescribed hydrocortisone, or I would use Animal Sense ointment by Young Living. It has natural healing oils such as apricot, mango, carrot, jojoba, tea tree oil, and sunflower oil. It is designed to moisturize, soothe, and soften skin. It is vegan and cruelty-free, plus it smells like a citronella candle on a warm summer night. So just smelling it lifts my spirits. In addition to the Animal Sense ointment, I took 500 milligram Tylenols every 4 hours. I used my heating pad and I would either lay down or stay propped up, but I couldn't sit directly on my bottom for extended periods of time. I had to be careful when standing up because my fissure will rip ever so slightly just from getting up. I started using a fan when I'm using the restroom because I get hot flashes due to pain. I had to stop working out. One day I thought I was almost healed, so I tried to do a quick 10-minute workout, and the pain from the hemorrhoids got so bad that I started having heart palpitations and I started dry heaving.
I'm gonna throw up!
I should have gone to the ER that day, but I just took painkillers and tried to sleep the pain away. But the pain was so intense that I could barely sleep that night. And if the hemorrhoid pain wasn't enough, I ended up getting an anal fissure. The pain from the hemorrhoid feels like pooping shards of glass, and the fissure feels like putting your whole asshole in a meat grinder. It took 2 weeks for the pain from both issues to finally subside. I thought that I was in the clear, and then I started having the same issue in August. What did I do when I had a flare-up in August? I told my new PCP about my hemorrhoids and he wrote me a prescription for rectal rocket suppositories. These suppositories contain lidocaine, hydrocortisone, and a few other ingredients that I cannot pronounce. He said he was writing a prescription not for the suppositories, but for a rectal rocket spray. But when I opened the prescription up, it was not a spray. They were indeed suppositories. Sir, I have external hemorrhoids. Why would you write me a prescription for something I can't use after I told you I can't use suppositories?
That's stupid! Use your common sense.
So in addition to keeping my stress levels low, I started taking 650 milligrams of Tylenol every 4 hours. The pain was so bad that it would go from my anus down my leg. Sometimes I had to sit on the edge of the toilet for a few minutes to pinch the nerves in my legs so that they'd go to sleep or go numb. That way I could poop without the pain radiating down my leg. And I don't stay on the toilet for a long time, and I will explain more about that in just a moment. So back in June, when I was in pain, I should have gone to the ER. Like I said, I was having heart palpitations and I started dry heaving just from the pain. But I was scared of that medical bill, and I didn't want the doctor to have to lance my hemorrhoid. But this time I decided to just go ahead and go to the ER. I decided to go when the swelling made my anus feel like a rock. It was swelling because my GI doctor told me to take a hot Sitz bath to relieve the pain from the hemorrhoid. But I realized that was actually making the area more inflamed, and it was making the swelling worse. So I thought back to my time of working at FedEx when they told us, when you get off from work, don't go straight home and jump in the hot bath. You need to use ice for your sore muscles, then use heat. Heat makes things expand, and cold reduces inflammation. So what I did before I left for the ER was I took a cold Sitz bath instead of a hot Sitz bath. I did not want to put my entire body in an ice bath, so I have a little foot spa that I rarely use. I washed it out, sanitized it, filled it with water, ice cubes, and Revival XR Bum Soothing Soak Sitz bath. I turned on the vibrations for the foot bath, and then I put my butt in the little foot spa for as long as I could. Eventually, I started to feel pain. I felt the sharp pain twice, and that's when I finally got up and said, okay, I gotta go to the ER now. I was feeling a little bit better at this point because I was able to actually stand up and walk normally instead of walking hunched over. But I went to the ER mentally prepared for the doctor to numb my butt and lance the hemorrhoid. Thankfully, they did not have to lance it. The doctor said the area looked like raw ground beef and that my ice bath caused the damaged tissue to burst, which relieved the pressure. And this is why they didn't have to cut my hemorrhoid open. I've seen hemorrhoids categorized as grades. So grades 1 through 4. And I asked my doctor if my hemorrhoids were categorized as a 3 or 4. And he said my hemorrhoids, plural, were categorized as a 5 or 6. Bruh. So the ER doctor prescribed nitroglycerin, also known as Rective, but this medicine is over $600 with a discount, so I'm using Pranacure. I found this medicine from watching Your Friendly Proctologist here on YouTube. Pranacure is a cream. It's used to treat anal itching and other rectal disorders. Pranacure is FDA approved, and it is said to be a highly effective treatment for chronic and anal itching. I like this medicine because it contains a soothing menthol that gives the area an immediate relief. And I love how Pranacure came with a full list of instructions telling me about the best healing method for my specific issue. And it's only $50. So first I soak in the Revival XR Bum Soothing Soak Sitz Bath. It contains Epsom salt, baking soda, coconut oil, turmeric, chamomile, frankincense, lavender oil, aloe vera, and several other natural ingredients. Then I use Preparation H spray. The spray has lidocaine and phenylephrine in it. Lidocaine, of course, is a pain reliever. Phenylephrine is used to reduce bleeding. Then I let the area dry, and I put the Pranacure on after soaking and numbing it. Because you've made it this far in the video, I know that you are truly serious about finding some healing and finding some ways to get better. So I'm going to start telling you some of the drastic things that I did to heal my bottom and to stop being in pain, stop having to take Tylenol every day, be able to walk and move around and function like a normal human being. So let's go. First, I stopped wiping with toilet paper. Toilet paper is abrasive and can lead to hemorrhoids and anal fissures. I have a bidet installed on my toilet, and I use the bidet on low to rinse my butt. I immediately get in the shower and wash my entire body. I address my diet. I tried taking fiber supplements, but this made the hemorrhoid worse. I reduced my intake of hemorrhoid-causing foods such as cheese, bread, eggs, foods that are low in fiber, but despite these dietary changes, I was still having flare-ups. That's when it occurred to me that maybe the trigger was from my multivitamin, Metagenics Phytomulti. It contains supplements such as iron, fiber, calcium, vitamin D, and these medicines, when taken in high doses, can cause constipation or make it worse. And my multivitamin does have very high levels of these vitamins. So I went ahead and cut that out, and that's what I'm experimenting with right now. The next drastic thing that I've done to heal is to stop pooping on the toilet.
What's wrong with you? What are you talking about?
Sitting on the toilet for long periods of time can cause hemorrhoids. It puts pressure on the rectum and anus, which can cause the veins to swell. The longer you sit on the toilet, the more blood can accumulate in the rectal veins. People in some countries still do not sit down to use the bathroom. They squat over a toilet bowl that is actually in the floor. Sitting on the toilet to poop could be delaying your healing progress. Here are 5 different ways that you could use to go to the restroom without having to sit down on the toilet. 1. Lift both parts of the toilet seat and put your feet directly on the dry, clean porcelain. Emphasis on dry so that you do not slip. Pray that you don't crack the toilet bowl and go ahead and relieve yourself. 2. A safer method might be to lay down some toilet seat covers and relieve yourself on top of those. If you can, use a lot of toilet seat covers. They can easily be picked up and flushed a few at a time without clogging the toilet because they're designed to be flushed anyways. 3. You can relieve yourself into a plastic grocery bag and then take that bag directly to the dumpster. Those basic Kroger bags, Walmart bags that you get when you go to the store, those are the type of bags that I'm talking about. You can purchase a toilet squatting platform. It allows you to put your feet up while hovering over the toilet. This will prevent the risk of cracking the toilet bowl. And then 5 is a squatty potty. It's a stool that allows you to poop on the toilet the regular way, but it brings your knees closer to your chest because the goal is to bring your knees above your waistline to prevent straining. Whatever you do, I do not suggest sitting down on the toilet the regular way. When you sit down, you have to strain and you have to push in a way that you're not supposed to be pushing. Plus, when you sit on the toilet, there's a temptation to sit there, read a book, read a magazine, scroll on social media, which causes you to sit on the toilet longer than necessary. And this is one of the absolute worst things that you can do when you have hemorrhoids or a fissure. Besides not putting as much pressure on your rectum, another benefit of squatting is that you can only squat for maybe 1 to 5 minutes at a time. And in that time, if you haven't finished your business, you may need to stop trying to poop and wait because you might be straining and pushing. The stool should easily come out. After I'm done using the restroom, I use my bidet to rinse my butt, wash my hands, sanitize the toilet or the area where I had to make my makeshift toilet, and I wash my hands again, and then I take a full shower. Side note, if you need to go to the hospital, please go. Don't do like I did and wait around and be like, oh no, I'm scared of the medical bill and I'm scared of what they're going to have to do. Just please go. I know people that say, oh, I can't go to the ER because I don't have insurance or I don't have the money to cover the bill, but that is okay. A lot of hospitals are set up as nonprofit charitable organizations, which means they are designed to keep operating without making a profit, and they are eligible to receive government funding, donations, and of course, not have to pay taxes on their income. With that being said, they will allow you to apply for financial assistance if you have no insurance and low income. They can provide you with a reduction of your bill or even complete elimination of your bill via 100% financial assistance coverage. Also, if you know you need to go to the ER and you don't want to wait for a long time in the waiting room, check online to see if your hospital has a waiting room tracker. My local hospitals, such as Methodist and Baptist, both have these trackers online. And after I decided to go to the ER, I just watched the tracker so that I could go to the ER when the patient count was low. I ended up leaving home around 2 a.m. because the waiting room had a 30-minute wait time. And when I got there, I was the only patient in the waiting room. I signed my name on a clipboard, sat down in a chair, and before I could get comfortable on my hemorrhoid, they were calling me into triage. My entire visit to the ER was literally 1 hour. From the time that I walked in, signed in, triaged, got a room, got examined, and signed out was only 1 hour, and I'm extremely grateful for that. I've been told that healing hemorrhoids and fissures can take anywhere from 4 to 16 weeks to heal if you're not irritating the area. So please be careful and keep the area clean and calm. Let me know in the comments what you've done to heal your hemorrhoid or fissure, and let me know if this video helped you. Like and subscribe for good luck on your healing journey, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.